1080p has been the mainstream resolution for a long time, and for good reason. The balance of visual fidelity and performance, along with the affordable cost of monitors, make it for a great balanced experience. But the year is 2017, and while 1080p is still the mainstream resolution, 1440p monitors have come down in price to be something to consider upgrading to. But how close is 1440p to becoming the new 1080p, and could some of you actually run today's popular titles on a budget system at 1440p? Well, let's see, shall we? Today I'm going to be throwing a GTX 1050 and i5 2400 system at a 1440p 144Hz display. Now the goal is not to get to 144 FPS because, well, that would be just plain crazy. But what I want to do is see if at lower settings, that is, you can get a playable experience at 1440p. The normal golden rule is that the higher the resolution, the better the visual quality. I would take a 1440p display with medium and low settings in games versus a 1080p display at max settings any day. The extra physical pixels make the game pop way more than any anti-aliasing or other detail enriching settings can offer. I'm going to be testing the following games at a mixture of different settings to see what kind of performance we can get and determine if 1440p as a monitor resolution is closer than we think to becoming the go-to resolution for PC gaming in the near future. The games are Destiny 2, PUBG, CSGO, GTA 5, and Killing Floor 2. Oh, and I'm also making my long-awaited debut of using 1 and 0.1% low metrics in games. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy those numbers. So the numbers actually do speak for themselves, but let's break them down a little bit. In esports titles like CSGO, of course, you're going to get a solid experience, well over 100 FPS on max settings. So for those who are primarily esports players, you can get great performance at 1440p. Killing Floor 2 is also one of those games, but at medium settings. This game certainly proves my point that resolution over in-game settings is the way to go, because at medium settings 1440p, the game looks super crispy and I can't even tell that it's not on ultra settings. Now beyond those games, there are still some limitations, and Doom is definitely one of them, barely getting over 35 FPS with micro stutter just all over the place. Some of these higher end titles make it really hard to run at 1440p, and especially with a game like Doom, even at all low settings, it was a very bad experience. And well, PUBG being PUBG is the same story, Stutter City with low frame rates. We kind of expected it from that game though. So while 1440p may not be the mainstream resolution of today, it is actually much closer than it was years ago. For esports players like Rocket League, CSGO, Dota, League of Legends, it is very easily attainable with most systems with a decent graphics card, and actually gives you a much more pretty experience. But don't take this as me recommending you upgrade to a 1440p display over upgrading internal components first. This is something that you should upgrade if you are happy with the experience you're getting on PC and just want to get a better visual quality. But to think, a card like the GTX 1050 years ago would have had 0 shots running at 1440p, and now actually being able to play over 30 FPS, while be it a stuttery experience, really does show the progression of GPUs and where we might actually be sooner than you think. Well, maybe like 2 to 3, who knows? The GTX 1050 of 3 years from now could be easily playing at 1440p high settings. And that about wraps this video up here, guys. If you like this video, leave a like down below and comment what you think. If you got this far, be sure to comment high res in the comment section down below. Spell it however you want to spell it. Be creative. And if you haven't already, follow us on Twitter for more content from the Toasty Bros. Consider supporting us on Patreon to help us make more videos like this. And also subscribe if you feel entitled to do so. Hope to see you all in the next one, guys. Peace out.